All right, welcome back, everybody. So, hopefully, you've got yourself a game started. You may or may not, depending on how you're designing your game, notice there's a bit of a problem. And this has to do with my coin collection. So, I've got my coins here, one, two, and three, and that's fantastic. Hopefully, I don't die, or if I do die, my coins go back to zero, which is also great. That's kind of how I would like my game to function. The issue comes when I now finish my level one and I go to level two, and you will notice that my coins have returned to zero, which could be something you want, depending on how you want to progress through your levels. Or maybe it's not because you want to have people try and get a high score and kind of collect coins throughout. The issue is here is that at the moment, we are currently storing our coins in the HUD, and at the beginning we make var coins collected equal to zero. And even if we didn't, even if I just said var coins collected and then added to it afterwards, the idea behind instances of this HUD is that, remember, this HUD on level 2 is different than this HUD on level 1, this heads-up display. So they have different variables, which is how we made this varying levels work, or the goal work by changing to different levels, is that the variables in an instance are unique to themselves. So unfortunately, how we've set it up at the moment is that we can't um, use the same, we can't continue coins throughout different levels. So we need to introduce a different idea. And whenever we change levels, we've basically destroyed everything and recreating it new. So there's a new player, there's a new tile map, there's a new enemy, there's new coins, there's a new HUD. So we have no consistency throughout our game and no way of remembering something throughout our game. Um, because variables are what we call local. They sit and live inside a node. And when we go to a different node, that variable can change. So we need to create something called a global variable. And Godot has a slightly different way of doing this, but the principle is the same. It's a variable that exists outside of any node or thing that we've got. It just lives in our whole game. And to make a global variable in Godot, we use a script. So I'm in the script area here. I'm going to make a new script. And I'm just going to make it just a blank one here, just an empty script. And I don't want to use that new script. I'm going to call this script globals create. So I have this blank empty script here, and I had the variable I think called coins collected. So I'm going to make a new var here, variable coins collected. And that's basically it. I'm going to keep this variable that lives in this globals. Now, I still don't have access to it from all of my other nodes, but that's the next step here. Under project settings, and this is the extra layer that Godot goes through, we have something called the auto load selection. And auto load allows us to take a script and automatically load it into every node or every script that we create. So here I've got a set path or create add. I want to grab this and I go and find the globals script here. And I get to add it as something. Now it's capital G here, so I'm going to keep this consistent with lowercase. I'm going to call the global script globals, and I'm going to add it to the auto load list. So everything here automatically gets loaded into every script that I have. So I have the global script. It is called globals, and it's enabled as a global variable. So now that I've done that, the coins that I'm collecting live here. I didn't make them equal to anything. They just start off as that. So maybe I'll start them off as 0. And now on my HUD, in the HUD script, I'm going to get rid of this variable. I don't need to use it anymore. It already exists in the globals. But you will see when I get rid of that, that coins collected is not declared in the current scope. It says, I don't know what this variable is. You haven't made it. But I've listed it and loaded it into something called globals period coin collected. I'm going to copy that here, and same here, paste that. So wherever I used coins collected previously, I'm now going to call that globals coin collected. And it means it doesn't live inside this HUD. It doesn't live inside this level. It lives outside of them altogether. Now I'm trying to remember, I don't think anything else is using that. So now let's test this out. If I play my game, the coins collected script is going to store that in the background so that when I start my game, I do have 0 coins. The coins still work. It counts up to 3. But this time, when I move to my next level, I stay on 3. And I could add more coins on this scene to collect them. I don't have them at the moment, but now my coins variable continues on forever. The only issue I may have is, notice now when I don't, let's do this here. Let's play this again. I didn't have a fall zone set up on my level 2. The only issue, now I have 3 coins. If I die, notice I also don't restart. So I can continue to get coins and add them to my level. And that's going to be a problem because these coins keep coming back, but the coins, the globals variable does not. So the only additional thing we would have to do is say when we go on our enemy and when the enemy gets hit by the player, before I reload the current scene, I might want to say globals.coins collected equals 0. So I need to reset it when I die there. And keeping in mind also I have a fall zone somewhere here. Let's open the fall zone script. This is also kind of like a death. So if I would keep my coins every time I reload the current scene, let's make sure that my global coin collected is also set back to 0. And now you've got this ability to use things. This could be used for coins collected. This could be used for lives. This could be used for health so that you can maintain a variable between your different scenes whenever you change them.